Yeah, you already know what time it is. Your boy Matt is the host with the most. We need to brag no boast. All those the toast to the real folks. We done paid the way in the real way. Of course, playing the dirt and parlay. Got my right hand with me. My boy
Yes, sir.
WI in the building
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's the motivation?
as usual. Hey man, we had to talk on this topic, man. You know, we had to give it to them. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, for sure.
It's a it's a serious topic. You know. You got LeBron James. LeBron James. Came back to the black side, man. Shout out to LeBron, man. You know what I'm saying? Do that thing, you know what I'm
Welcome back. Welcome back. No, you always welcome back. No, you what's up? But you got you came flat out. I gotta, have
I
time.
can't hear you, King. You gotta speak a little louder or come closer to the mic.
Nah, big up LeBron, man.
Yeah, you know. For a minute there, I was like, goddamn. What do you think? You know, because he wasn't saying nothing about nothing. But then I have to think about it like some people like to fight the war economically, you know what I'm saying? And actually say what's on their mind. But at the end of the day, you gotta do it on all fronts because you're being attacked on all fronts, you know?
Right.
So look at the picture I got back there. See that picture?
Yeah.
Now this what it could have been if Kanye went on LeBron's show. He could have reeled him back a little bit because LeBron, you know, he's more of a. I think LeBron would have had a better handle on the conversation and the situation than a drink champs would, you know?
Yeah.
Because Kanye would have been more poised. You know, it would have looked more polished, in my opinion, you know?
No, that's real. That's real.
So now, LeBron tried to duck that smoke a little bit, you know?
Hey, he was ducking.
I know, he kind of ducked the smoke because at the end of the day, it's like, what are you really trying to portray? Like, you know what I mean? You want to be a social justice warrior, but you don't want to have Kanye on your show because he might say some wild stuff. But then you gotta ask yourself, why come to the aid of Kyrie? Because Kyrie was saying pretty much what Kanye was saying, but more in a diplomatic sense, you know? Like we already went that with the house Negro and the field Negro, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
By just tweeting something out, they automatically assumed that he believed everything that was written in the documentary, you know what I mean? That was in the documentary, which is false. You know, you can't, you know what I'm saying? If I tweet out American History X, I gotta believe everything that's in American History X, you know what I mean?
Nah, not at all. Not at all.
Exactly, you know?
Creating awareness.
Exactly.
You know, you can't fault a man for creating awareness.
No, you can't. Actually, you have to be asking questions in these turbulent times, you know? This ain't the time to be pussyfooting around, you know what I mean? I'm not saying nothing, not being self-aware, not having no understanding about real life, you know.
Everybody needs a lot of education.
I can't hear you, fam. Yeah, let me try to turn up my. Say that again.
Follow suit.
I can't hear you. Okay, now I can hear you. Say something.
No, I was just saying they don't want you to be independent thinkers, man.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. They don't want you to be an independent thinker. So you see how the universe goes? LeBron wants so bad to duck the smoke.
Yeah.
And I not have too many controversial views in his last couple of years in the NBA. That it came back around, and he had to address it. You know what I'm saying? He had to address it, bro. Because if he wouldn't addressed it, black folks would not have rocked with him at all, and that's the cut and dry. That's what it is, bro. You know, I was on a panel the other day with other dudes, and my boy HD. Welcome to HD TV. You know what I'm saying? And he was chopping up some good game, bro.
Right.
And he was saying like, "Yo, all of the NFL owners are racist. Because if they weren't, they would have called out Jerry Jones himself." So that makes perfect sense. So why not have a man like LeBron with influence and status call it out? Because LeBron right now is, if not, probably the most influential athlete on the planet right now.
Right.
Aside from maybe
Steph Curry.
Steph Curry, yeah. Say hi. Say hi, Uncle Rich. See?
Nah, it's true though. That's why, it was a super big deal for him to come out and speak on it. It's true what he's saying. Like, he's not even lying at all. He's not gassing up no situation. It's fact. Nobody said nothing about nothing. Well, prior, everybody trying to blow up that situation. On the other hand, it's like everybody's quiet. Oh no, yeah, it made sense for him to speak on it.
You know, it makes perfect sense for him to speak on it, right? So now, in my books, he's good, man. LeBron is good, man. He's good in my books. What do you think? How you feel about him?
He's back on our side. So I ain't gonna lie to you. At first I thought Kyrie was behind the right. This is going back. Pick him up. He spoke.
Right. I don't know, man. I feel like they're purposely trying to stop black folks from uniting, you know?
Right.
And I think because LeBron got into his like a little thing with that conservative white woman where she said shut up and dribble. I think it hurt his brand a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Maybe conservatives were really messing with him too much, so kind of like fell back from talking about like issues, you know. But he does talk about racism, you know what I'm saying? He does call out racism, which is a good thing, you know.
Was he the first one to wear the can't breathe sweater, t-shirt during the finals or something like that? Playoffs,
Say that again?
Was he the first one to wear the can't breathe shirt in the finals?
Can't breathe?
Yeah.
I don't know if he's the first one, but he was one of the first for sure.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Look.
So you gotta understand that, yo, things come full circle in life, man. You can't run from no smoke. And not to say you had to go pursue it, but you can't duck it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially when you're dealing with a volatile issue such as us and being who we are against the powers that be that don't want us to know who we are. You know what I'm saying? So that's a real issue right there. You know, they take your name, they take your everything. You know what I'm saying? But it was some deep stuff that I was watching the other day, man. We gotta really come to terms with the truth, you know?
Yo, did you see
everything they feed you is bullshit. Huh? Say that again?
For sure. Now I was saying, did you see how LeBron he when he emphasized on it being Kyrie, like when I watch Kyrie say that I know who I am, or I know where I come from. I know who I am and I know where I come from. When he said that, in my mind, I was like, I could see LeBron sitting there like just watching that same Kyrie video that he put out where he was explaining himself. See LeBron sitting there just watching the video over and over again. Like really letting it hit his brain, you know? And when he said that, you know, like that, like he was letting it marinate on the thing, trying to figure out how to, you know, how to use it. The fact that people with the status that racist, like it's in his face. He can't run from it. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that sat there and watched the video, I know that he happened. I guess
you gotta come closer to the mic, fam. We can't hear you.
I said everything fell into play. He had to do it, man.
Right. So it's like when the universe is telling you something, you gotta go with it, man. You gotta roll with it. You know why?
Straight up.
Because it's gonna only empower you and make you stronger, make you wiser, make you understand the game a little bit better. You know what I'm saying?
Yup.
But I like what LeBron did, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of people are like, "Oh, why is he talking now?" Blah blah blah. Hey, better late than never, bro. Better late than never.
He's talking now. At least he's talking. Let the man speak. You got his spiel.
You did.
Maybe he had to go throw some money somewhere where nobody could find it real quick. You know what I'm saying? He was like, all right, before I really speak up, I know they're gonna try and cut me off of this and that. So where could I put some bread? I was looking to find places to put bread. And then once he put the bread there, he's like, all right, now I'm ready to play ball.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So the man, I can't lie still. I like the way he moves. For the simple fact that he's on point when it comes to like seeing where they're gonna attack you at, the pitfalls and stuff like that. You know, he probably has a good team around him to not like speak out too much, but at the same time, it's like you can't always go with what your handlers are telling you. You know, you gotta go with your gut. There's a tweet I seen. You know, it said when your heart and your mind are conflicted, you go with your gut. You know what I'm saying?
That's bars right there.
So let's see if this thing is gonna play, because sometimes it be giving me problems.
You don't want us to give the good word out to the people.
I was thinking when I was on my way over here. I was wondering why I haven't gotten a question from you guys about the Jerry Jones photo. But when the Kyrie thing was going on, you guys were quick to ask us questions about that.
You see?
Hold on.
The whole time we talking there is not lagging, but now when I share a screen or video, it's lagging.
And I don't even want you guys to say nothing.
You see that?
Yeah.
They put a bug in my thing, man, because they see how much truth we be spitting out.
I watched Kyrie talk, and he says, I know who I am.
Is he? Who I am. So you know he watched.
I want to keep the same energy.
Can you hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it.
When we're talking about my people and the things that we've been through. And
I like what LeBron said, keep that same energy, you know?
Mm-hmm.
He's bringing the new school lingo.
That Jerry Jones photo.
Old school problem, you know what I'm saying?
This guy stood up. Yo, he does.
Let me stop it here. I'm gonna play it off the TV, you know, because they don't want to see me winning. Hey, young Kodak, they don't want to see us winning. They hating. Well, the hate only makes me great. It is. So we gonna listen to it off the TV. Hope y'all can hear it well. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gotta put out no videos. Y'all could chill out with a player. Let's listen.
I was thinking when I was on my way over there. I was wondering why I haven't gotten a question from you guys about the Jerry Jones photo.
Yeah, a little bit. Turn it up.
Questions about that. Hold on. And I don't even want you guys to say nothing. When I watch Kyrie talk, and he says, I know who I am, but I'm going to keep the same energy when we're talking about my people and the things that we've been through. And that Jerry Jones photo, is one of those moments that our people, Black people, have been through in America. And I feel like
Listen,
as a Black man, as a Black athlete, as someone with power and a platform, when we do something wrong or something that people don't agree with, it's on every single tabloid, every single news coverage. It's on the bottom ticker. It's asked about every single day. But it seems like to me that the whole Jerry Jones situation photo, and I know it was years and years ago and we all made mistakes, I get it. But it seemed like it's just been buried under like, oh, it happened. Okay, we just move on. And I'm just kind of disappointed that I haven't received that question from you guys. Appreciate it.
Say what you want about LeBron James, and we can all have our opinion on whether or not Jerry Jones has changed since that photo. It was a long time ago. People can grow and change. But LeBron makes a great point here. Why is this not front page news? Why aren't we asking about it every single day? Why don't we have a list of demands for Jerry Jones to complete before we feel like he should be accepted? Now I know he's an owner and Kyrie is a player. The balance of power is obviously different, but that doesn't change the fact that the media could be way harder on Jerry Jones, but they choose not to. Maybe it's because it was never about equality or doing the right thing. It was about controlling someone that wouldn't listen to you. They tried to control Kyrie, and he didn't back down, and that became a big problem. So they started a BS narrative attacking his character. That documentary was 3.5 hours long, and Kyrie said himself that he doesn't agree with everything in it, and that wasn't good enough. But for Jerry Jones, it was good enough, and that's a problem. We shouldn't pick and choose who we attack and who we try to take down. We should be more forgiving to everybody. And if we want to give people the benefit of the doubt, it should be applied equally. It's all about the group you're attacking and the group you're with. So how can we stop judging people and just give people the benefit of the doubt, no matter what group or race they are? We need to stop letting the media have so much power over our lives and so much influence over our opinions. Otherwise, this is never going to change. The only reason they feel like they can get away with it is because we let them. The celebrities and all the athletes that want to jump on the bandwagon is the reason that we're in this situation. And if more people call it out, then it will start to change. But let me know in the comments what you guys think of LeBron James finally calling out the media about Kyrie Irving. And leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe for more content just like this. I'll see you in the next one.
hey man, the white boy's right, isn't it?
Yep. Broke it down.
It's a double standard, you know.
Right, obvious.
How can on one end they be saying some fake shit, on the other end they're like, oh, it's real. No. The same energy got to be kept across the board, or you're just saying that you're powerless against the real power, so you have to beat up on the people that are powerless. And if that's the case, y'all ain't shit. The whole media apparatus, everything, you know what I'm saying? Because the media is controlled by the people that are going against Kyrie, you know? So
Right.
for y'all to just overlook the Jerry Jones situation and say, oh, that was so long ago. Why didn't y'all do that with Bill Cosby? You know Jerry Jones got caught up with some Me Too scandal shit too, right?
See? It's definitely a double standard. We all know that.
And he had a daughter. He was denying and shit like that. Whole bunch of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? A whole bunch of nigga shit.
Right.
Well, I shouldn't even say that because saw degeneracy across the board. But when you see LeBron James talking about that, he's like, "Yo, it don't make no sense." And LeBron is coming from the aspect of, okay, Kyrie hurt people, you know what I'm saying? A neutral aspect where it's like he's not really like watching what the people are saying or nothing like that. Okay, Kyrie said something messed up. He's being chastised for it. Now, how come Jerry Jones did something messed up? We got a picture with him, and he been in situations where he called his players the N-word and all that. Well, and he ain't getting reprimanded. You know what I'm saying? Because he's the owner. So you saying the owner is more valuable than the player?
Right.
That's like saying the master is more valuable than the slave. You know? I thought we were past that. I thought we were in a whole another level of society. But we don't talk about stuff that are going to undermine and hurt any particular group. And we always try to make everything equitable and equal as much as possible, right?
That's super backwards because you see how unequal their whole stance is. Like they don't, and it's blatant too. Like it's not even.
It's blatant, and then they act like, oh, what do you want us to do? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, you want us to bow down? No, we don't do that.
But we gotta bow down because y'all got caught up in a bunch. You know what I'm saying? And now y'all mad. But it's all segues into Kanye because the reason why they went after Kyrie is because of Kanye. And the fact of the matter is, I like the fact that Kyrie, you know, eloquently explained himself on why he put out the tweet and whatnot. But he simultaneously threw Kanye under the bus doing all that. I didn't say nothing. I don't know if he was just highlighting the fact that, oh, I'm doing it this way and Kanye doing it that way on some, you know what I'm saying? Good cop, bad cop thing. Or did you just want it to like not get as inflamed as it is now? You know what I'm saying? But it's good that it got inflamed because look, the Hebrew Israelites are getting a look, they're getting a shout out. You know what I'm saying? They came out to support Kyrie and his quest for knowledge. And you gotta respect it. You know what I'm saying? Like that was kind of like a power move on our behalf. You know what I'm saying? Because
saying these guys pulled up deep too, huh? How many of them brothers pulled up?
it was a lot. It was a lot of them, man. It was a lot.
These footage, but I wasn't sure what the numbers were.
Of them, even maybe a couple thousand. You never know.
Right.
That's just a small faction. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's amazing.
So that goes to show that you know we are organized and we can galvanize and come together for a greater purpose, you know. So Kyrie, even though he's like a de facto hero in a sense, I like the fact that he's a thinker, you know. He's a forward thinker. You don't let them really quiet him, and he shows that you know he thinks on his own and he does what he feels best for himself, you know.
Right.
So they think that they could just clamp down on him or make him do whatever they want, but that's not the case, you know. Now, segue into the Kanye thing. Did you hear what Kanye said on the Alex Jones show?
No, I didn't get to hear it.
And I don't even know why he went on the Alex Jones show to begin with, because Alex Jones had to pay nearly $1 billion to the Sandy Hook victims, you know, for putting out all that rhetoric and that fake news about how Sandy Hook shooting was fake, blah blah blah. There's crisis actors here and there. I don't know why he did that, but I guess it's to get his views up and whatnot. But that was really distasteful, you know, because a lot of people believed it. It was years ago, you know, so people were running with it.
Right.
When it first started with the whole conspiracy theory stuff and all that. But let me put out what Kanye said. Fair use. Actually, this is from the Young Turks. I like the Young Turks' perspectives on things. Shout out to them, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Young Turks got it in the bag when it comes to breaking stuff down.
Right.
For the masses to digest. They're on it. So let's listen, observe, realize, recognize, and analyze what's going on out here, baby. Because we at a point in time y'all bear with me a little bit here. I stays with these technical difficulties for I don't know why. Once I'm offline, everything's working smoothly. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
As soon as I come offline, they be hate. I'm like, goddamn. Is it really worth all the bullshit y'all going through? Stop my channel from thriving.
I said there's a lot of things that I love about Hitler. A lot of things.
We're living in the worst timeline, and that was just a little taste of it. Kanye West, wearing I don't know what on his head, decided to go on InfoWars to talk about how much he loves Hitler, how much he appreciates the Nazis, because, I mean, there are very fine people on that side. That's essentially what he said in one of his rants. And
Well, he's on that side. He says he loves it.
yeah, I mean, good point. And yeah, I don't know what he's wearing, or whatever. But like, we're gonna show you two compilations because there were terrible things said throughout the show, and honestly, like, I want to just quickly.
If y'all want to get some link up, think up, and Black Mode merch, we got y'all, man.
Hearing the disgusting, toxic garbage,
hit us up.
Speech coming out of his mouth, and I know we're gonna condemn it, but. It's also, I don't know, does it help
It's up
by
right here,
showing the
man.
videos and like
Max7
repeating
at
that
Gmail,
disgusting
Black Mode.
garbage?
Well, I'll tell you what. So this is an issue that we have to deal with all the time.
Yeah.
If you just air stuff without giving context, you're doing damage, right? Like, you'd be shocked at the number of people that have heard that stuff, and now almost everybody, or a lot of people have heard it, but never heard the counter. So you always say, like, what, you have to counter is that Hitler's not a good guy?
I guess at this point,
Yes. A lot of right-wingers don't know. Like, they're like, oh, what's the big deal? Right?
because they've only been fed conspiracy theories and insanity, right? So that's why we have to beat it back. Remember when we tried to ignore the right wing when they were first rising like a decade ago on YouTube?
Yep.
And I thought, who would believe this trash, right? And it turns out a lot of people would believe that trash. So that's speaking of trash. So, quick comment before the compilations. If you notice in that clip, Nick Fuentes is like, yes, he's talking about how much he loves Hitler. So he's in a pot. Alex Jones looked uncomfortable. Why? Alex Jones brought him on to whitewash it and go, oh, you're not a Nazi, right? And he's like, no, I do like Nazis. Oops. So you're going to see it, right? So he looked uncomfortable for that reason. And of course, we've got to comment about the mask. I mean, I think Marvel picked the worst time to introduce their new villain.
Don't do him to me like that.
I'm kidding.
I'm not even a Marvel fan, but like, don't do that to them.
But apparently the new villain is the Black Comet. Okay, so what is that? I mean, look, in a sense, Nazis have to be embarrassed that this guy's representing them. But here's another analogy. He looks like the Gimp from Pulp Fiction.
100%. That's what I thought of.
But that's what the right wing has done to his mind. They've turned him into the Gimp mentally.
I don't know.
And so he like literally showed it. He's like, oh, okay.
Notice when Kanye's on the show, Alex Jones, he has a Holy Bible in front of him. So Kanye really is a man of faith. He's really a man that studies the Bible and understands where he's coming from within the particular teachings of the Bible. So that's why he had the Bible in front of him. I'm just saying, like, when you're at that level of thinking in your mind, where nothing else is true but the Bible, it's kind of like an indoctrination more than a spiritual ascension, you know? And if he thinks he's doing something to help God and God's people, then he's going to say whatever he feels in his heart that's been given to him by the Most High. So, on top of the fact that they took $2 billion from him, so you think he's going to back down from the powers that be that want to see him ultimately lose everything and crash and burn? So I think this is his so-called tactic in order to get back at whoever he's beefing with. And you know, I'm always going to keep it candid on this show because at the end of the day, I ain't got a dog in the fight, bro. But I do know this. World War II didn't just happen like that. World War I didn't just happen like that. Out of hate. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of misinformation out there. You know, there's a lot of stuff that went down that we need to understand within history. You know what I'm saying? And we can't just sweep it all under the rug and be like, oh, this is what it is and that's what it's going. No. That's not how you break stuff down. You gotta really go into the meat and potatoes of everything, you know what I'm saying? And really understand how these things came about. And for the fact of the matter is, he says that about Hitler. And Hitler was the worst person out there. But they always play Hitler and the Nazi regime on the History Channel. I mean, I guess they want people to see the atrocities for what it is. But they keep on playing it like it's sort of like an indoctrination of how we're supposed to look at the world, you know?
Right.
Or how we're supposed to look at things, you know?
Program the people.
Yeah, you know, like why we gotta look at things and on a one-track mind type of vibe, you know?
Yeah.
Because we don't want to repeat wars. We don't want to repeat killing of people. And we don't approve of killing of any group or any race. But do you think people are just grown to be evil? You know what I'm saying? Or is it circumstances that make them such? Like black folks. You know what I'm saying? Are we grown to be thugs? You know? Uneducated. You know, all the stereotypes that they throw out about us. Is everyone supposed to believe that because they constantly barrage it in the media as such when it's the complete opposite? So now when people think about what Kanye is saying, they're like, hey, Kanye's talking bullshit, but Kanye could be actually speaking some real shit at the same time.
Well, we all know Kanye is a man who is a thinker, you know.
He thinks outside the box.
Yeah, I don't think he's doing this because he wholeheartedly loves Hitler and Nazis or whatever. I think he's doing it for a reason. Trying to go viral. Why is he trying to go viral? And what the Nazis? What are the connections to the Nazi and Hitler? Who is the Nazis and who's Hitler? What did they do?
That's what I'm saying. Like, they say the Nazi wanted a pure race, right?
Yeah.
But what is a pure race? Like, how can we define a pure race, you know? Or how can we define them going after a particular group of people in the world that had their hand in probably the First World War? They had their hand in slavery, even though they act like they didn't, you know what I'm saying? It shows that our lack of understanding about what's going on in the world. Also, it shows that we need to do a lot more research. You know?
I agree.
Well, not to take things at face value, because when has face value ever helped us, you know? So when black folks say, oh, we might be the new Turks, or we might be the new, not the new Turks, we might be the new, or we might be the original Jews, I think it comes from a place of research, reading the Bible, reading the Torah, certain things that are really, really hard hitting when it comes to this. When it comes to these situations, you know? And it's going to make us all think and all reassess the whole situation that's going down in the world, you know? You know, Israel gets aid every year,
right?
To the tune of a few $1 billion, right? How come we don't get that as black folks? Our reparations. We want our reparations from England and the United States and anybody else that had their hand in slavery. France, Belgium, you know what I'm saying? All these places, you know? So now the Russians want to go to war with Ukraine, and Ukraine is backed by the U.S. So that's a military strategy on the U.S.'s part to get a hold of territory in Russia, because it's all a military game at the end of the day. So there was an old saying back in the day: the sun doesn't set on the British Empire, because they had the most land everywhere, and they used free trade in order to conquer and put their stamp everywhere.
Right.
So
that's the thing.
Yeah, you know,
whoever has the strongest army rule the world.
Yeah. So.
Oh, okay. I'll come out and dress it.
Let's continue on this topic.
Again. So that's the pathetic state that the Nazi Kanye West is in.
All right, let's do the compilations.
I'm Curiosity. Is personalized the way to go this year?
Man, I like the Young Turks, man. The way they break shit down, man.
Fuzzy fleece boy. I don't.
But what I don't like is them pandering to their constituency. Because they know most of their people that watch them are Democrats. So they're making it a political thing. Right wing conservatives, left wing Democrats. No. Even though Kanye's saying what he's saying for shock value, there's always a little bit of truth sprinkled in with his antics. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that Hitler was a good person. By stretching the imagination. Nobody in this world is born evil, bro. Nobody. It has to be a set of circumstances that make you want to go against this whole great empire of people to the point where, to the tune of 6 million Jews that they said that was killed, and then Kanye said that's historically inaccurate. So there's a lot of stuff that he probably researched that we ain't even privy to, because he had the resources and the know-how and the knowledge to get to that information.
Right.
So how is money getting us to information that we're not privy to? So that means if you have a certain amount of paper, you can know certain things that other people don't know. So that means that black folks that ask these questions, we're never going to get the answers without paying top dollar for it.
Games to be sold, not to be told.
So that shows you right there how the ignorance really flourishes on their part.
It's a bad attitude to have. You know what I mean? It's like you're trying to hold out, but really and truly you're only holding out on yourselves. You know what I'm saying? By doing that.
Yeah, because let's make it a teachable moment. You know what I'm saying? Instead of condemning, and people are looking at people behind the scenes like, oh, these people are not condemning. Oh, they must be Nazi lovers and blah 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 and blah 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 and blah blah blah.
Right.
You know, they were calling the Black Panther Party communists at the point.
Of course.
They're calling them commies. And they weren't really for black liberation, and they're just getting they're pushed by I don't know whoever the Communist Party was at the time, you know. And you gotta be like, how does that even make sense? What does the communism have to do with black liberation? You know, and equality. Because they just want to see themselves not be segregated and not be taken advantage of. They're commies? Wow. I mean, years later, we proved that to be the wrong thing. because all the Black Panthers did was feed children in the morning, breakfast, and stand up against injustice that was going on in Oakland. So let me just break this stuff down to y'all, man. Everything that you were ever told, there's some truth and some lies in it to benefit the so-called ruling elite. They're never gonna give you the whole slice of the pie because they know that you're gonna go for more answers. What they're gonna do is indoctrinate you by putting out Hitler documentaries about how bad this man was and how he almost took over the world with his white Aryan nation and blah 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 blah. Mind you, during that same time, there was racism in America. They sent black slaves out to fight World War II against Hitler while they were being segregated in segregation camps. In the military. They had white only toilets, white only drinking fountains, white only this, white only that.
Wow.
Wow. We're out there defending Jewish people against a racist regime of Nazis. And then Hitler turns around and says Jesse Owens is a superhero and the American people are the real Jews. The American blacks are the real Jews. And once they figure out their salute Scott. Hey Scott, I said what's up? Good dude right there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Out in the South. But that's to let you know, how far are they gonna go in order to keep the truth and the knowledge away from us? You know what I'm saying? And how far do we need to go to push back and be like, no, we want to know the truth and the knowledge about everything, unveil everything. We don't want to keep being indoctrinated and push this narrative about us being inferior, us not knowing where the hell we come from, us being so-called hating other races. With that's all perpetuated against us.
Right. And none of it is actually facts. Most of the time, we just want the equal, as much equality as we deserve.
Equality, and they want to take advantage, bro.
The fact of the matter,
they want to take advantage of your mind, your soul, your being, who you are. They want to tell you where to go, how to dress, what to like, what not to like, what to eat, how to think, how to address certain situations. So Kanye's like, yo, I'm a free thinker, man. I think about stuff. I weigh the pros and cons and see what's really good. It got me to over $1 billion. So I'm trying to do the right thing by the Most High and give you my perspective on everything. So instead of condemning me, tell me where I'm wrong, right, and give me the right information. That's what all you basically saying through this whole debacle and everything like that.
Right. Rightfully so. He's earned the right too. He's made monumental movements to put him where he's at, and you can't deny the number. You know what I'm saying? Men lie.
Everybody's saying he's so influential. Why can't we give him the benefit of the doubt of maybe he knows a little bit more than we think, and let's really have an honest and open conversation. He said he wanted all the execs in the music industry, the all these industries to come at the table and open up these contracts and let us really see what they're doing to the people out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they don't want to do that. It's all like, a big secret. It's all a big, like, you know what I mean? You can't talk about this, you can't talk about that, but you could actually, you see it unveiling right in front of you. All the ignorance.
Talk about it. Right. That makes sense. But nah, man, that's why, the beautiful thing that LeBron stood up and said what he said.
Yeah, let's continue with the Young Turks, though, real quick.
Hitler was a really bad guy. I don't treat him Hitler did. Honestly, I was really indulgent, set him up and used him. I like Hitler. I don't like Hitler. I know you're trying to be shocking to them. I'm not trying to be shocking. I like Hitler. I see good things about Hitler also. You can't say out loud that this person ever did anything good, and I'm done with that. I'm done with the classifications. Every human being has something of value that they brought to the table, especially Hitler. Yeah, I don't like the word evil next to Nazis. I think we need to. Oh my goodness. Just because you don't like one group doesn't mean the other. I love Jewish people, but I also love Nazis. So I want to say there's a lot of good Nazis that were just fighting for their country. And for them all, like George Soros, for them all to get put in a box, they're all in a box. Every Nazi is bad. Well, could some of the Nazis have just been fighting for their country? We can't put them all in a box. All right. Yeah. You have any comments on Hitler? I have to agree with you. Schwarzenegger said he loved Hitler. They gave him an award. I'm just saying, I don't like Nazis, and I don't like what some of the mafias are doing either.
Yeah. Sometimes people suffering from severe mental health issues but refuse to get the treatment that they need to, be stable, do need to be involuntarily committed. I think Kanye's a good example. Genuine.
And no joke. I think.
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
I think his family should involuntarily commit him. Look at him. What is that mask? And then he going telling everybody how much he loves Hitler. Okay, so for those who don't know, Hitler and the Nazis killed 13 million civilians. Forget the war. I'm not even talking about the war. I'm talking about the gas chambers, the concentration camps, etc. The war, of course, killed way more. And so of the 13 million, 6 million were Jews, and they picked on them because they were Jewish. And so the Jews did not have any special privileges or power. It was the exact opposite. They're like, oh, you're Jewish, come with us. And then they would take you, and then they would take your kids away from you. And you didn't know which of the kids were going to die, and it turned out a lot of them did. And sometimes they would make issues between us. I read accounts, and I actually took a law class in law school from the second prosecutor in the Nuremberg trials. After Justice Jackson, there was a second American prosecutor that put away some of the top Nazis, and he shared the evidence with us. So I got to see it for myself. It's an incredible privilege to see, okay? But it's also harrowing. The stories of the nail marks inside the gas chambers. The gas chambers were concrete, and it was, I forget now, it was 3 feet, 6 feet of concrete. They were, because they didn't want the gas to leak. But you could still hear the screams of the women, the children from inside the gas chamber. They were the worst monsters that we've ever seen in history. And this clown of clowns comes out here and is encouraging people to root for them. It's one thing to say, hey, there were German soldiers that weren't Nazis, or German soldiers that were conscripted, etc. It's another thing to say, I like Nazis, I like Hitler after what he did. So look, now it's indisputable. And the thing about Kanye is that the right wing's now mad at him, not for liking Nazis, but because he gave away their plausible deniability. I mean, look at Alex Jones there. First of all, the worst fake laugh I've ever seen in my life. And then he's like, oh yeah, well, Soros is a Nazi. And he's like, well, look, I guess the British forced to pour Nazis into the war, but you don't like Nazis, right? So he's trying to say the same things, but in slightly coded language, and Kanye won't let him. Kanye keeps saying, no, I like the Nazis. I like Hitler. He's blowing their cover. That's why they're so frustrated at him. But they were following him up to this day, and I bet you a lot of right-wingers are still following him.
I mean, Are they frustrated with him? I mean, they keep inviting him on their shows, like super giddy about it, super excited to have the conversation.
Yeah,
and like, hold on, let's pause for a second, okay? All of these disgusting, rabid right-wingers who keep pretending like Cenk has never condemned his stupid opinion piece that he wrote in college about the Armenian genocide, because they purport to care so much about the Armenian genocide, right? They care so much about it. Yeah, they didn't care about the Armenian genocide. Clearly don't even care about the Holocaust, as they're providing a platform for a guy to spew the most vicious anti-Semitic garbage imaginable. Okay? They're just, I just can't believe that this is where we're at. And every year it gets worse. Every year the circus of hate just grows larger in this country. The discourse becomes even more toxic. I mean, they're parading around literally a mentally ill person who is spewing the most vicious anti-Semitic garbage about a man who slaughtered millions of people, slaughtered them. That's what he said. He said that he liked them. He did some great things. What did he do that was so great? I can't with these people anymore. Yeah. I mean, it's like, what? They're not reasonable individuals. They have no interest in making this country better. They have no interest in looking out for their fellow Americans. It's just a money-making circus for them.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Look, the Armenian genocide definitely happened. The Holocaust definitely happened. One of the things that they did in the Holocaust was they would pick some of the Jews, and by the way, some of the Poles, some of the Roma, with the different categories, and they would say to them, now you have to turn on your people, otherwise you die first. And they're obviously emotionally and psychologically destroyed by that. And then they see people tearing each other apart in the camps. The soldiers, for the slightest disagreements, torture, death, execution, gas chambers, etc. So all this actually happened. And Kanye was obviously a Nazi. I kept calling him that because he kept saying things like death comes free to all Jewish people, Jewish mafia, the Jews control the media. He said it over and over and over. It was the most obvious thing in the world. Just a couple of days ago, Tim Pool's like, I can't tell. I'd love to have him on.
Oh, look, I'm skipping ahead a little bit. We have another compilation video to get to, but let's hold on that. Because earlier today, Tim Pool's tweet, I think Ye could actually win the presidency. He tweeted that this morning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, and then 2 hours later, after, he couldn't use the plausible deniability regarding the Nazi stuff, he didn't even really say much. He just said, well, and then he used the S-bomb, right? And by the way, what does Kanye think about Tim Pool? As Tim Pool is continuing to kiss his ass as hard as he possibly can. Let's skip ahead. Let's go to the Kanye video featuring his commentary about Tim Pool.
Tim Pool is an NPC, and you're a real human being. So no one's ever heard of Tim Pool. You're the legend that is Alex Jones, and you were fighting on the front line, and now we're here with you. You got some other superheroes part of the Avenger movie fighting for Christ.
I don't know what's more embarrassing, Tim Pool or all of his little minions who flood the comment section of any video we do about Tim Pool because we hurt their feelings by talking bad about him, about their daddy.
Oh, I don't care.
It's just so pathetic. You guys are so pathetic. Tim Pool is so pathetic. It's amazing to me that anyone looks at him with any admiration.
Oh, if you admire Tim Pool, you're an obvious fool. So I'm not even having that conversation. So look, don't tell me, by the way, Tim Pool, that you're not a right-winger when this morning you were kissing a Nazi's ass. Okay, and so now it's settled. Kanye West says he loves Nazis and Hitler, so there's no plausible deniability left, right wing. So if you're still a Kanye supporter, that means Kanye is not the only Nazi in the room. You're also a Nazi. Oh my God, just because I want to kill the Jews, you call me a Nazi? Just because I love Hitler, you call me a Nazi? Yes, that's the definition of a Nazi. So don't bring that crap around here without us fighting back.
Now, Parler has announced that they are cutting ties with Kanye West.
Oh, there goes Candace's plausible deniability. Oh, she couldn't execute that movie. I guarantee you, the Candace Owens home. They took out a calculator. They did math on how much money they were going to make off of, say, with Ben Shapiro versus how much money they were going to make off of Kanye West. And when they figured out, hey, Daily Wire is going to get us more money in the long run, they let Kanye loose. They knew he was a Nazi from the beginning.
They sure did.
We told you how many times five people close to him said over and over again that he said he loved Hitler. It was not in dispute. It was before today. It was, well, why do you think I'm calling him a Nazi? It's not superlative. I never called him that before. I never called anybody that before. He's a Nazi because he says I love Hitler over and over and over again. This is just him saying it on tape.
Do you want to do the
let's do the list.
compilation? Okay.
I love everyone, and Jewish people are not going to tell me you can love, us, and you can love what we're doing to you with the contracts, and you can love what we're pushing with the pornography. Jesus can save everyone, but if the Zionists can get us so afraid that they're going to do what they've been doing, and they attempted to put me in jail, freeze my accounts, smearing me on the media, all of these things. And Obama was not the first black president. He was another Jewish president. The Holocaust is not what happened. Let's look at the facts of that. And Hitler has a lot of redeeming qualities. And he didn't kill 6 million Jews. That's just factually incorrect. I'm actually tired of hearing about the Jews. I love them. Honestly, I don't even care that much.
Well, I spent the last 2 hours talking about them.
Because it's fun.
Jake, take over.
Yeah, apparently it's fun to praise Hitler and Nazis and to say that it wasn't a big deal. That's a lot of fun. No, the Jews did not freeze his bank account. The moron didn't pay his taxes. He apparently owes the government $50 million. Are you surprised? He's the dumbest person alive. He's got mental health issues. Apparently no one in his family or that is close to him cares about him at all. All they care about is robbing him. But hey, Alex Jones, Tim Pool, you guys got a lot of attention. Congratulations. You must be so proud. And Alex Jones is loving this because someone got to look crazier than he did. Now he gets to say, well, look at me. I'm a moderate. I mean, I thought the poor Nazis were pushed into the war by the goddamn British.
Oh my God, I know.
Okay.
I forgot to comment on that.
Yeah, but this guy loves the Nazis even more than I do. So I'm the moderate here, and plus I get all this attention. So that's why Tim Pool and Alex Jones are going to make a lot of money off this, selling their penis pills and their brain pills. And if you believe anything that anyone on that panel said, well, to be fair, you do need a brain pill. The ones that Alex Jones sells you obviously doesn't work. Look at you. Thanks for watching the Young Turks. We really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat, emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.
Sophie wants nothing for Christmas, but Marco knows nothing means.
Yo.
Yes, sir.
What do you think about that, fam? You see how condescending they're being at the same time? Politically correct? Don't see what up with you? Luke, my brother. We got Scott and Stone C. We gotta holler at Scott, man. Cause he has some good information on how to buy back the block,
Right.
I like that. But you see, there's a lot to unpack there, bro. They said anybody that believes that the Nazis or whatever had Hitler in it,
Went to Hitler and said they hate the Jews, blah blah blah, is Nazi. Obviously a Nazi.
That's crazy to think that.
I don't.
That's not what he was saying at all. He's saying, I see the good in every human being. He's looking at the whole bigger picture, the spectrum. He's like, the same way they condemn Jesus. Remember, the Roman Empire condemned Jesus. They're like, yo, this guy was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Performing witchcraft and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Made him carry the cross. Crucified him with the thief and the murderer right next to him, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
In the Bible. So, I led you to believe that you could say everything else, but don't say stuff that's off the status quo, you know?
Right.
So all comes back to the status quo. Because there's always three sides to
a story.
A story.
There's always three sides. There's one perspective, the other perspective, and then there's the actual story.
Ah, you know what time it is. So yeah, salute, James. So when it comes to when you mix all that in, you gotta ask yourself, why are they pushing back so much and trying to blame it on Alex Jones? The fact that what he said, you know what I'm saying? They're trying to tie that in, like. So you're telling me that as a conservative person, you can't say nothing wrong about the Jews or whatnot, and you got to be a Nazi lover? But you can't say that the people that are in the Nazi regime were manipulated, just like some of the people that are against Kanye right now?
Me personally, I think Kanye is trying to
he's pushing the envelope. He's making people have serious conversations, real conversations, you know?
Right. He's trying to, exactly what you said, make people talk, creating a moment.
Because if you didn't join the Nazi regime back then, you would get killed or something like that, right?
Right.
And they even had some Jewish bookkeepers in the Nazi regime, right? So anybody could be manipulated and coerced. But it's not to say that we're the worst or they're better, you know what I'm saying? It's just all perspective, bro. That's like saying an American soldier is out ravaging and pillaging all over the world, you know?
Right. Or it's like Kanye is creating a moment. That's what I feel like he's doing. But like you said, he's also pushing the envelope by making people revert back to the root of a lot of what is going on to this day. So he's very smart about his approach and the fact that there's no actual fact that it was Kanye up there except for, you know what I mean, his voice. The fact that he had a mask on and thing, like, come on now. That's, you know, he thought about what he did before he did it. So now it's just you got to be able to read the play because there's obviously a reaction. So let's just let it.
And then they want to bring up the parlor situation with Candace Owens. So y'all are telling me that because they backed away from Kanye that Kanye's even crazier, but I thought they were controlling Kanye. You know,
Right.
I thought that was y'all whole thing, your whole stance about them controlling Kanye and blah blah blah, and trying to make him to a right wing. Now that you see Kanye is on some other shit, y'all want to back away. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? And then y'all want to say that, well, look, you see, it didn't work because Kanye is really crazy, and y'all, at least y'all conservatives are not crazy enough to believe that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's like game right there. That's a con game to me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to use Kanye for whatever agenda y'all have. But now you see that he's really going against the grain and not really, you know what I'm saying, keeping up the status quo, so to speak, because he's still worth $500 million, despite him speaking as candidly as he can. Oh, salute James. I know James would have said some good stuff on the channel right quick. You know what I'm saying? Look what James said. I mean, he's a young brother, you know what I'm saying? But he's smart. He's telling the way how he analyzes things. He's not crazy, but doesn't mean he ain't controlled. Look how many other celebrities they off for saying less. You see that? So that goes to show you, man. You know what I'm saying? I think he was controlled to an extent, but the fact that the matter is he's on meds, so he knows how to like turn it up and turn it down. I think he knows how to control his bipolarism, so to speak. And that goes that's
not controlled because you know he goes off with it, but again, it's to a certain extent, like you said. I feel like, anyways, because he's being very strategic about what he's doing. So he is kind of, but like not at the same time because he's doing what he wants, how he wants to do it. You know, he's doing something in a strategic way, so he's not like. It's a way that's built for this day and age, right? Going viral, and like if you're trying to put a message out there, there's a certain way to go.
Exactly, like he knows how to go viral. He's been going viral before going viral. You know what I'm saying? So
right. So like, you know, nowadays, what do they say? They say attention is the new currency, right?
That's what's crazy about it.
Attention is the new currency. So the man strategically did that because he's about to drop his Yay 24, right?
Yeah, he's about to drop that Yay 24, yeah.
Or he dropped it already, I'm not sure. But that was a good way for him to go viral and create the attention to put him back in position. But right now it's just a little, we call it a little diversion. But at the same time, like you said, he sprinkled a bit of truth in there to get the people, you know what I mean? The brains bubbling.
Mm. Yo, he's been saying a lot, man, and for the fact of the matter, him saying so much, yeah, they took $2 billion away from him. But did you see the tweet he put out about Elon Musk?
I seen there was something on it though. I seen that, but I was like, what was the thing?
Yo, he put out a tweet saying that Well, he didn't put. He put out a picture of Ari. What was it? The Ari cat, Ari Manuel or whatever, spraying Elon Musk in the head with a hose. He got hosed down like. So when Kanye talk about, oh, I'm just standing there and I'm being hosed down and taken advantage of and everything like that, he's just showing Elon like, yo, you're being hosed down too. You just don't know it. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Trump's money every day.
Hey, Eli is in denial or some shit. That's what he trying to say.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? And he did it very candidly, and he put, I quote, "This will be my last tweet. Mark this one as my last tweet."
Right.
And just this morning, his Twitter was he was what do you call that?
Locked?
Yeah.
Locked him from Twitter?
Yeah, he was locked out of his account. So that says a lot, man. Let's see what my brother James says. If you want to control a group of people, speak to them about their fears. Make their hate your hate and give them object for their anger.
Woo.
That's right there. That's deep right there. That's on like a Pac level. You see, he's young. He's in his early 20s, mid 20s and stuff like that.
No, that's right there. Right. Nah, my brother never lied. He gave it to him straight patient. But listen, true, when you cause all that confusion, it's only gonna conjure up exactly what the man said.
Yep.
Be able to control them because they're under their anger, their angry spirit, right? So it's like you don't have no sense of control at that point.
Because in World War II, we didn't have no dog in the fight. We still went and helped the American we helped the British or whatever fight the Nazis, because we didn't like what they were doing to the people, you know.
Right.
And we were still under segregation and degradation and told that we can't do this and we can't do that, and we're less than 3/5 of a human being. You heard about the Harlem Hellfighters, right? They were out there kicking ass and taking names, bro.
Right.
So how could you condemn black people for having like a understanding that, yo, we didn't have no dog in the fight, and we're still under this so-called regime of white supremacy, and y'all ain't really condemning that, but y'all condemning us for actually trying to see where we come from and where we need to go through all this confusion. You know what I'm saying? There's really is all it is confusion. You know, the fact that Kanye said, "Yo, some people in the Nazi regime were good people. They were just following what they thought was right at the time." Because nobody should believe in war. Nobody should believe in going killing another people for what they think. You know what I'm saying? And we're always the righteous heroes to defend that. You know what I mean? As black folk, because we felt persecuted, and I mean worse than anybody else. There's no Holocaust worse than the Black Holocaust. You know what I'm saying?
Still going on to this day. That is day.
And that's why we felt so aggrieved with what was going on in World War II. That we had to put on boots and actually go fight it. You know what I'm saying? Really, really the meaning of pull yourself up by the bootstraps. You know what I'm saying? And they have the gall, the mitigated gall to tell us that we're being anti-Semitic. And we're the real Semites? By the Oxford Dictionary? The Oxford definition? Tell me where I'm wrong at, fam. I'm just trying to break this shit down as clear as possible. I want to give some clarity in a world full of confusion, you know what I'm saying? And smoke and mirrors, you know? Because this is called woke and smoke, right? So we want to, you know, clear the air a little bit, you know, because at the end of the day, it's like you can't condemn one set of people for fighting back against something that your people fought against. But you think that, oh, because you feel the ways that we're on top of y'all, you can't, you know what I'm saying? Oh, we're not gonna budge. We're not gonna, you know, we're just gonna pile onto y'all because y'all are believing the same thing. We're not even believing the same thing as the left-wing conservative because they don't even believe that. I mean, the right-wing conservatives. They don't believe everybody is good people. They want to go to war all the time. They want wars. They want to see pestilence. They want to see people divided and stuff like that. You know.
Right.
But it's both. It's the same. It's one side of the same bird. You know what I'm saying? The left wing and the right wing. So when it comes down to us believing in what Hitler did or whatnot, that's inconsequential, bro. What Kanye is saying is, yo, everybody has good in them. There's a reason why that regime came about. There's certain things that happen behind the scenes that we need to know about, and we need to put it all in the forefront so it doesn't happen again. And people don't be condemned for asking questions and seeing where they really come from. Because why should we be condemned for that? You know what I'm saying? If we leave it up to y'all, our history will start at slavery. Luckily, we have good scholars that, you know, went back and looked at everything that was how it was, you know, and seeing the reality, and gave us the good knowledge of what we know today as what they want to call us hoteps or whatever the case may be. These are our scholars, you know what I'm saying? Dr. Benz, the Dr. Clarks, the Francis Quest Wilsons, the Professor Smalls, you know what I'm saying? All the Dr. Kings, the Malcolm X's, you know?
All the late great scholars of time.
You know what I'm saying? All up until the 60s, we couldn't do certain things. And then they want to come out and say that, oh, they marched with us during the civil rights movement. First of all, y'all went through that whole thing with Hitler. Y'all should have started the civil rights movement. Y'all should have, there should have been a Jewish Dr. King right after and a Jewish Malcolm X right after. Defending black folks, yo. Telling us about, oh, y'all marched with us. And y'all probably wrote a script or two for Martin Luther King. Nah, bro, we wanted like clear, concise, allyship, man. You know what I'm saying? Look what James said. Facts. They're a part of political parties, and there are always activities to distract you and pass time by at parties. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? All a distraction, bro. Then they want to come and tell us that, oh, we're wrong for thinking the way we think. Well, break it down for us, man. Break it down for us, man. We really need to know, man. Is it racism or is it not? You know what I'm saying? Classism, whatever you want to call it. Because at the end of the day, we all have a common enemy, which is racism and white supremacy. Why aren't we using all our resources in order to combat that? Why are we condemning the same black folks that are trying to help our people and open their eyes to actually think? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Where's the balance? Where's the So it's just like a trope. We're just saying stuff to rile people up and have them talk about it, but no one could really bring about real conversation like, yo, why don't we get 3 of our top scholars, the Jews get 3 of their top scholars, the whites get 3 of their top scholars, everybody else get 3 of their top scholars and have a great debate, the greatest debate ever. You know what I'm saying? And let's see what this racism shit is all really about. And this pure race bullshit, pure race.
That would be a crazy assembly to have, eh?
Yeah, man, because
all the different
everybody is condemning everybody else.
Yeah.
And each and every one of these things, they're good people, except for racism. I don't see the good in that, but I don't really see the fact that people that are powerless are being condemned the most. You know, I don't see why. You know what I'm saying? Because we have platforms and we're out here exposing the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That don't really make sense. Yeah, it is beyond race right now. It's beyond race now because there's multiple races that are willing and have been contributing to the destruction. Exactly. Ah, shoot. My boy James is on point, bro. It's way beyond race right now, bro.
Yup. But you see, that's the thing.
That's why Kanye is up with all these right wing,
you know what I'm saying?
So-called white supremacists, like he's letting them know, like, yo, there's nothing y'all can tell me that's gonna coerce me to not help my people. But at the same time, I'm not gonna let my people tell me that you guys probably don't have some good people amongst you that could help out my cause. You know what I'm saying? Even though y'all trying to niggle me in a certain way because of my status, you know.
Right.
The truth shall always set you free. So whoever you're gonna be around, even if they're against you on some type of destructive shit, you're still gonna be ahead of the game. You know what I'm saying? If you seek out the truth, there's a truth in everything. You know what I mean? Like we said, there's 3 sides to a story. Their side, your side, and the truth. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
What's the topic?
We talk about this whole Kanye situation.
He's retarded.
You see, some black that think Kanye's retarded, and I can't down them for thinking like that. You know what I'm saying? Because he does say some wild stuff, but
he's retarded. Period. Nothing else to say.
So why are they keep paying attention to him?
Because he's like Donald Trump. They like that kind of lifestyle and atmosphere that someone thinks, always something crazy in your head.
Well, they like Donald Trump, but they elected that motherfucker, didn't they? You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy, dog. It's crazy to think that a broken clock can be right twice a day. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact, though. Shoot. But nah, man, Kanye's not crazy, bro. I think the man just have a different way of putting a certain message out there, you know, making people actually think about life.
Right. Because yo, if we don't ask these questions, bro, it's gonna be taboo. It's gonna become so taboo that people are gonna scoff at the fact that you're asking certain questions. And it's all about just to gain clarity. You know. All right. You know what I'm saying? The Hutus and the Tutsis went to war, killing off each other, you know what I'm saying? Come to find out years later, the UN actually perpetuated the whole shit. You know what I'm saying? Well, we want to blame Africans. Yeah, they do go through their tribalism. But everything has to be perspective. What's what James said? Guidance over destruction, above destruction, everlasting ventures into life. God, devil. God above the devil. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I like that one right there, James. Yeah, man. You know? So don't let them fool you with their big words and their Yale manners. To be politically astute is just to ask questions. And politics is just warfare without bloodshed. So you got to actually break stuff down for the benefit of your people without having people want to cut each other's heads off, you know? Because you notice that in all these third world countries, when they come to elections, they want to kill each other and all that.
Right.
The belief system. Why is that? Even in the States. And that's what Kanye is really trying to break down. Like, why? Because I got a different political view than y'all. Y'all want to take everything away from me.
Right.
And say I'm this and that, and I'm on meds and all this. No?
Right. No, I think
think within truth and the answer will be there. I like that one too. Shout out James, man. That's real in the field, you know. We gotta ask these questions, man. No longer is there no information out there for us to not know and ask these questions, you know? You know what I mean?
Exactly. So that's why
back in the day there was no internet. There was no way of knowing all the information. So you don't think that there's a way to coerce these people? There's a way to coerce a whole nation of people into thinking that they're a superior race?
Of course.
That's what they're doing over here in the Americas. Saying that they're above black people and telling black people go back to Africa, not knowing that they're indigenous to this land. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
Every land thereafter or before. So where y'all want us to go back? Go back to the soil that we come from?
My thing is, look.
This is our soil. You have Geechee blood in you from the Carolinas. That's American soil, dog. So they can't tell us, oh, go back. Like, yo, y'all are crazy. Africa is within us. And Africans circumnavigated the globe before they did. So where should we tell y'all to go back to? The Caucasus Mountains? Because y'all not indigenous to this land.
Nah, well, you see, that's the thing. Us as a people, we can't be afraid of the information either. You know,
man, we can't be afraid of the information, man.
A lot of people don't want to come to terms with the truth. you know, like Brother James just said, think within truth, and the answer will be there. A lot of brothers don't want the answer, so we got to come out of that programming, you know, first and foremost, and then I feel like we'll have a better chance, a better stance. So just everybody putting out the
We'll
word,
be
like,
able to link up and think up.
you know what I'm saying? Putting out the word, that's part of the process. So we're just, you know, we're going through the processes right now, but man, it's crazy to see how everything unfolds sometimes.
Ain't it though? But let me tell you something about life, man. The truth is always stranger than fiction. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So dig that. Before y'all go out there and be like, yo, Kanye's going crazy. He's saying the wrong thing. Blah, 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 blah. Everybody knows that Hitler was crazy. But listen to what Kanye's saying. He's looking for the humanity within the man. You know what I'm saying? So why can't y'all look within the humanity within Kanye? If that's what the level of frequency he's on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let me break this down. I'm gonna end it with this beautiful melanated sister breaking some stuff down for y'all real quick because I'm tired, man. I'm tired of the bullshit. They can say whatever they want to say. And we can't counter react it. Everything you read in the history books was false. Everything. They say Indians were scalping the folks that came here. They gave Indians smallpox and they were scalping the Indians. That's where the scalping came from. So the Indians just did it back. You know what I'm saying? The natives, let me say. The native blacks. There was a painting by a German man that painted the first Aboriginal people that he seen when he came in the 18th century or something like that. There's a painting of a black man in native garb, bro. Why did he paint the natives as somebody else? That's a fact. I just think there's some people who don't know how to use discernment and think with emotions, which makes it easier to fall to thoughts due to the relation of that thought. One more clock. I couldn't have said it better myself, there, James. I'm gonna show y'all this beautiful melanated sister and give y'all some real game, dog.
Because we're coming into ourselves. Because we're claiming that we did not come from Africa. Our lineage is not in Africa. You'll get a lot of people coming on my page telling me that I'm wrong. I need to stop it. And a lot of them be Africa. A lot of them be melanated foreigners. You get the melanated, you get the indigenous people too, but a lot of them be foreigners. This is what I want to tell you, okay? Us in America, and and like I told you, I'm gonna stand firm. I'm gonna stand firm on this. because until we change, let me tell you something. Any wound that heals, it got to go through a stage. It just don't, you just don't have a wound one day and it's gone the next day. If you take a wound in a person's body, a sore, and when it begin to heal, it's going to go through different stages to the point you know that it's healing. We just begin to heal, we just begin to wake up, and we're going through a stage that we're healing. And a lot of people don't want to see this. Because the reason why everybody came to America to see you is because the greatness of you is still attached to you. But we was brought down low because of the activities we were doing. We were brought down low because a lot of people that looked it like us and didn't look like us betrayed us. And everybody betrayed us because we was the hub of everything, and they
Can you play that on the TV or something?
did not want us to know. What to do is they
You see, I should play it on the TV, yeah?
Yeah, they don't want you to.
They don't want to see me winning. They don't want to see me in a minute.
Right.
Yeah. You already know the deal. So I'm gonna take this one off right quick.
had to destroy us mentally for us to believe that we was a slave and we was never nothing.
Hey, StreamYard, you can't stop me. I don't know why you think you could contain me. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work, StreamYard. So y'all just better fall back. Like Kanye said, the Most High said I already won. You know what I'm saying?
Here.
Y'all just better know what's really good out here. I got my people behind me of all sorts, all walks of life, all around this North American continent, and y'all out here playing games with a player? Oh, hell no. Nah, we ain't doing that. We are
You're
not
washed
doing
up now.
I'm gonna play it like this on my phone. You can hear it?
I'm gonna stand firm on this because until we change, let me tell you something. Any wound that
You can hear it?
it got to go
Bring
through
it a bit closer.
you just don't have a wound one day and it's gone the next day.
What about
Yeah,
now?
Take a
Yeah,
wound,
that's good.
a wound in a person's body is sore. And when it begin to heal, it's gonna go through different stages to the point you know that it's healing. We just begin to heal, we just begin to wake up, and we're going through a state and we're healing. Because the reason why everybody came to America to see you is because the greatness of you is still attached to you. But we was brought down low because of the activities we were doing. We were brought down low because a lot of people that looking like
Yo, is it muffled?
and everybody portrayed us because we
Nah, I could hear it.
And let me turn off the
so
background
what they
music.
had to do is they had to destroy us mentally. For
Mm.
us to believe that we was a slave and we was never nothing. And once they begin to get us to believe that, then
What happened? What happened?
putting them in America and taking them from city to city to state, selling them or putting them
You hear it now?
Yeah.
They had to build
All right.
this narrative up to tell us we was nothing but slaves. If it's 4 million, I'll continuously say this. If it's billions on top of the billions of melanated people, and it's 4 million white folks, and the sun is killing them, more dying than being born, what are we afraid of? You talk about white supremacy, and you constantly say white people. How is it in America? We have all these millionaires and billionaires, and not one of them got a grocery store, not one of them got a hospital. You go to them to get a loan, you can't get it. You can't get nothing. You still got to use this system because they program to always make you run the system and think you need this system.
Y'all can hear it? You can
Yeah.
hear it?
Now that we wake
Yeah,
up,
yeah.
Okay.
you mad because we telling you you're not gonna keep calling us a fucking slave. We're not going for that. Now you upset. Why? Why would anybody want to call themselves a slave and they wasn't a slave? Why? Look at all the videos we post of boats in the Atlantic Ocean. Can barely make it 6 months out of a year. And where the Atlantic Ocean is at, do you know nobody can cross it? Hurricane season for 6 months. 3 months to get there to Africa, 3 months to get back. This ain't making no sense to me. You claim there was no motor. You claim we lived over a horse and buggy. No, that's a lie. You made up a reality. You can't produce nothing but slave shit. But we come from Africa. Africa is the money, but they all coming over here. Well, why we not going over there? You claim Ghana, you was gonna give us a dual citizenship. Nobody took it. Nobody didn't want it in America. See, because you can't remove us. We got to leave ourselves, and we don't want to leave. Now, there was a reason why so many people woke up. It was a reason. And you all are afraid because the sleeping giant is waking up. So I'm reading a book.
They woke the sleeping giant.
I'm reading a book. And this is what this book, see, let me tell you why they're so afraid of us. Because number one, we was no nonsense people. Let me tell you, that crank everything and all that stuff, and you see the way we act. No. Let me tell you something. See, they watered down everything, so you wouldn't know who the hell you were. Don't you know? The Aztecs. If you lost a war, when you went to war, don't you know you were sacrificed? That's how perfectionist we were. We were perfectionists. And we still is in most ways. When we do something, we go overboard. That's why we like that. When we went to war, and you lost the war, when you lost the war, that was your ass. Because you were sacrificed. Then they started.
You hear that, fam?
Yep.
The chief in America lost the war. They'll just demote him. And he'll be a nobody. Or they'll throw him away. But they killed you. They killed you. See, when they tell you the lion is the strongest animal, that's how we were. Because with a lion, you sit up here and you think when you go to war, and the strongest one, if they lose a war, they kill him and kill all his damn cubs and take all his women. And that's how we were. That's why they say lions is the king of the jungle. That's how we were. That's why they tell us when you think like a fucking animal. Because they haven't lost their nature, but we have. So now we're getting it back and we're understanding who we were. We was real no-nonsense people. That's why we'll pick up a gun and blow somebody's brain down in a minute. It don't care. But we're using the energy in the wrong way. That's why you don't want us to know who we are, because it's scary. That's why you told us we was a slave. Took our buildings. We lived in castles. You took our buildings. And what you did is you turned them into churches, cathedrals. You set up your turn them into prison systems. You use them for the prison system. You use them for schools. You hear them. A lot of times, if you go in Atlanta, if you go here and you look, you will see a lot of them, they covered up with trees. They covered everything up so you wouldn't know who you are. See, here's the problem. You wonder why they ain't killed you? You can't do it. That's why they ain't killed you. That's why they ain't killed you. Because you would wonder, if you want the land and you claim you have so much power, why won't you just kill the indigenous people that is here? That's us. You can't do it. And you Africans get on my page. And you ones that think you are African, I don't care, because you might just be. That's why we don't see. The problem is we don't fight with y'all. We talk to our own people. Because we know everybody is not woke. We know that narrative they taught us in school, and then turned around and got all these Pan-Africans telling us to go to Africa, but they living over here. Africa is where I'm going to settle at. But you still over here. Why you not going over there? You still over here. Why? Because if I tell you that Africa is the motherland, that's the land of milk and honey, and that's where I'm going, that's where I'm going to be. They over here, and they broadcasting everything, reporting right over here, because they want you to leave like a dummy. but we don't go over there. And then they want to offer us a dual citizenship because they know it's nothing over there. They lied to you. And they try to make it seem as though, oh, it's royalty. No, royalty is right here. So this is what you had to do because you had to mess with our mind first. You had to, they didn't conquer us with war. We was never slaves. That's why Abraham Lincoln, which was a melanated man, that's why he had to sign emancipation. He had to sign the Emancipation Proclamation is because they lost him. So he had to make you feel it because. So he had to sign it. Oh, all these you telling us to go vote? All these melanated politicians, senators, hold on. Oh, so you're not in the public school system fighting, but Lincoln is still they're still saying that he freed the slaves, but he was a melanated man. Why are you not telling them George Washington to Abraham Lincoln was melanated? Yeah. But all these politicians telling you to go vote. Vote for what? What would be your point of voting for them? And they ain't got no backbone. That's like salt without seasoning. They have nothing to offer you but go vote. Because they have to make sure that they still have that power. But they done got so desperate they call it
deception.
You gonna vote? Oh, I'm an American Indian. Why would I vote?
Look what James says right here. Real shit.
They desperate to get them numbers up. So they still in power and they losing their power daily. And y'all mad at us. All these politicians, you mean to tell me Abraham Lincoln, he's a melanated man and he freed the slaves, and you said slaves had no power? Now we're seeing pictures of all melanated senator and governor back in the day, in the 1800s. And we supposed to still sit up and say we were slaves. How could that be? And you say we were slaves. It can't be.
Exactly. Frederick Douglass.
Okay, well, then I ask you.
Everybody from George Washington on up.
Because if we are like, then you should be there too. If they so intimidated by you, like they is us, you would be there too. The powers of war in our own,
Yeah, my phone's about to be still. Hold on.
our own land. Why is it I'm getting so much feedback from melanated people and not white folks? Because they know the truth. They've been through the truth. But if we had to figure it out, they wasn't going to tell them. So they're accountable just like any other person. And now it's what they do. You got to do the truth, and you don't know it. And I'm cool because it wasn't meant for you to make. It's meant for you to stay right where you at. Your own people was telling you to go get an injection that they knew was going to destroy you.
Yep.
But you want us to keep saying we was a slave. You turn around, took all of our everything, our castles that we lived in. And what you did is you turned them into churches. Look wherever you live at. It could be like 3 to 4 churches on each corner, on one block. And then a church in between. Those was castles that you lived in.
Yeah.
That's how we lived. We was no-nonsense people. We did not play games with nobody. And they understand that. And they mad about that. And see, it scares them for us to turn to who we used to be. Why is it that Africans don't live in our neighborhoods? Why is that? Why is it when you go on a job, a lot of them have prejudice towards you and tell you that you are? Because I've had one to call me a slave. I have had one, him, and it was 2 African guys. One of them came from different countries in Africa. And what happened was, I told them, I said, I thought we all was the same. I thought that y'all was my brother. One of them said, we are your brother. The other African looked at him and said, stop lying. You're know she ain't an African. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. He was talking to the guy. So when I talk, don't stop us. Because we ain't, when we thought we were slaves, we let y'all talk that bullshit to us. And we didn't say a word. We let y'all talk because we did not know. I had a friend that was going to marry one. I stopped hanging with them because some of them was calling me slaves, was doing all kind of crazy stuff, and I didn't understand it.
I'm going DEFCON free on all people that are against black melanated people.
I said, I don't care what they throw. I'm not fucking with them no more. See, I know them, but I didn't understand why they was acting like that. Because
Pretty much anybody that's prejudiced to anybody.
So how could they be acting that way? Because they come here just like everybody.
That's how I feel about it.
When they get money, they don't invest in melanin in our businesses. They take it back to Africa. See, I know them because I hung with them. They don't invest in your children and never will. Never will. And to be technical about it, they don't like you. They don't like you. And then that's when they start talking about single parents and this and that. And you know that you're nothing but straight animals in Africa. See, we're fighting the black nobility, meaning white and melanated. What y'all do is, y'all turn around and you're fighting your own kind right here in Africa. Don't think I don't know what's going on. And you come over here as refugees. And some of you do a lottery in Africa and get income. And they give you money and set you up better than us. And it's quite strange. Any foreigner that's here, you never see him homeless. And then you want to talk about, y'all buy materialistic stuff. No, we was royalty anyway. So that's how our mind think. But we are the richest. And you call us a slave. But we are the richest. But you call us a slave because the thing about it, our royalty is still there. We're still those people. It's just that it went dormant because of the shit we was doing. We was mingling with everybody and we had no business doing that. That's what the problem was. And you don't want us to see that. So you get on my platform and you try to talk stuff.
Power on.
You can say whatever you want. Because every time I go to one of y'all pages, it's dry. You know why? Because you're not the one that's called. I am. To wake up my people, not your people. I tell you all the time, I don't come here for y'all. But you don't want to hear me. You don't want to hear me. You want me to think that, we as one. You see our neighborhood, see, this is the part they left out. And that's why it was hard for us to...
Hold up, y'all. Hold up. Let me just do something real quick right here, real quick for y'all. Because I want y'all to hear it candidly. I want my beautiful sister's trying to... The message she's trying to convey.
Power off.
Good, they don't want to see me winning. Shout out to Kodak Black, man.
Yeah.
You knew exactly what he meant by it when he said that. Damn, dog. Damn, cuz. All right, let's continue.
Why our children act the way they act, the way we act. It was hard for me to figure that shit out until I really start thinking, and I'm like, hold on. If over there in Europe, if those was melanated people, which they weren't, yet in a lot of places. Because a lot of you was in Europe. So if y'all was in Europe, so them people that came over here, y'all was included. So y'all begin to sleep with our people. You begin to sleep with our people. See that boat, Virginia, 1960, all that junk. Oh, Virginia, no, that was a lie. That shit didn't happen. You came over here for war, and that's what you was after. You came over here for war. After we was generous to a lot of you people, because you know the whole thing was connected, and then it broke off after the floods. Africa was ours too. It was a wasteland. It was a wasteland. That's why it's not developed now.
I hear that?
But that's okay. Get mad. I want you to. That's why they telling you to run over there. Why would they tell you to run to a place? They ain't never did nothing for us, but they gonna tell you to run to a place that's the land of milk and honey. No, because they're coming over here trying to be you. But see, they can't do it because they don't have the essence that we have. So you still having a hard time because you don't have the essence. Now that we are woke, it's nothing you can do. So you telling us to unite with you. And you angry. They looking at us. We fucking royalty, and they looking at us. And I remember that look and smiling. Because they see that they brought us down to a fucking peasant and we was royalty. Then blew up our buildings. Then the buildings that the palaces that we once lived in, they turned them into something that we wouldn't realize that was our shit that we lived in. And you don't want us to be upset with you. You don't want us to be mad at you. Well, I'm just a messenger. I'm just a messenger. I used to feel sorry for Africans when I seen how they was dying. They would have their bodies lined up. I didn't understand that. I didn't understand that because that back in the day when I thought I was a slave, those was my brothers and sisters. And that's how I looked at it. Till I started realizing when them Europeans came over here, those was melanated people. So them black Europeans was raping. You claimed that you came over here and you was doing it. You was raping them and you was killing them. Because from George Washington to Abraham Lincoln, those was melanated people. So you was ravishing our women and you was raping them. So what happened is it wasn't only white folks, it was you doing it too. And y'all was working together. And you got with that white man and told him, this what we gonna do because we have to keep them down. So what we gotta do is we have to tell them that they fucking slaves and fuck with them mentally. This is why our liquor store is in your hood. This is why the drug epidemic is in your hood. Because they have to mess up your mind. Because our mind is like a computer. It's highly powerful. And once we on the right track and once we know who we are, then them chakras begin to open up. And women have more chakras. Women have more than 7 chakras. And when they begin to open up, see, this is why I can talk the way I talk, because my throat chakra is open. That's when the fear leaves you. You don't want us to know who we are, but you can't stop it now. I'm going to continuously talk the way I'm talking. And if you don't like what I'm saying, I don't care who you are. Leave. Because we're not here to sit up and I'm not here to get any followers. I'm here to say what I need to say and get it out here. You all are afraid because we're waking up. You took our inheritance and you lied. In New York, why is it that they digging up body of thousands of bones of Negroid people, so-called Negroid people? Blowing up our dams. You couldn't mess with us and you knew it. And the only reason you got us is because we began to be corrupt ourselves. So that you was able to ease in. That's why they want everything you to do, everything that's natural, they want it to be backwards. Because then if it's backwards, see, they know you. See, you know a tree by its fruit. So when you're doing backward stuff that's not natural, they know that you're not woke. When you sitting up here looking up at the sky and calling on Jesus, they know you're not woke. You can get mad at what I'm saying, but I'm not going to stop saying it because I know it's the fucking truth. And I know you all have came over here. And you have came over here and you ravished our communities, but you couldn't destroy it. There was only a certain time you were supposed to rule. See, this was a lesson that we needed to be taught. This was a lesson. And now people, now melanated people, you see them dying all over, young and old. Even small infants is dying because it's a purge going on, and you don't want to hear that. That's why they put these 501c3 preachers in all these churches to tell you good things, while deep down inside we was hurting and being destroyed. Every time we'll leave that church, we had to go where we couldn't pay our rent, where we could barely pay our light bill, where we didn't have a car, didn't have transportation, and they used our own kind to do us like this. Why they give them perks to make you to keep you in slavery. Where they come in our fucking hood and sell products that they should know nothing about because they don't have our hair and know our products better than us. Who told them this? Who told them this? It had to be another melanated person that looked like me. Because there's a certain way we carry ourselves and a certain way they carry themselves. Keep thinking the melanated people ain't behind this. You're a fool if you think that. Yes, they are. It's indigenous and it's Africans. And it was Africans in Europe. When slavery was going on, they was not in Africa. And I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what you don't like my content, get off my page. Get off my if you don't like my content, get off my page. Because I will not sway no way for you. Now all of a sudden, now we can see the castles because our mind is open. Huge ass castles, and they don't let nobody in. And you see all indigenous people on their porch laying there, and it's their shit how they once lived. And you think that I'm not gonna say anything? Sister, come on now. We won. Now come on now, sister. See, we won. Don't be that way. Yeah, you can come with that sweetness, but it's gonna keep on coming out of my mouth. It's gonna keep on coming out of my mouth. What you think you look at my I didn't have nobody behind me when I built this platform. I have nobody behind me. Nobody. I did it all by myself. Because I'm gonna tell you this. There was a time where all you Pan-Africans and all you people talking crazy, you could talk it because we were still asleep. So we would listen. We don't do that anymore. Once our frequency is so high, once we hear you talk, we know whether you're real or not. Just by the way you talk, we can feel it.
Y'all hear that? Just by the way you talk. Voice inflections.
For an example. I'm not trying to knock them at all. Look at young Pharaoh. Look what they did to him. Look at him. See what they gonna give you? They gonna give you a mansion, and they gonna give you a fucking car. Those are the trinkets they gonna give you. A lot of times it don't even be in your name. And you got all these wicked ass people around you. Now that boy had a brilliant mind, but look what happened to him. Look what happened to him. Being around people he should have never been around. That's why when people ask me, damn, you be spitting. I'm shocked you ain't putting. When it's my time, I'll get where I gotta go. But I don't take handouts from nobody. Because you're not about to put me in that trick bag. You ain't gonna do it to me. You ain't gonna do it to me at all. Because I know who is powerful and who is not. And the people you serving is not powerful. They was put there because of our disobedience. Now they about to lose and then you angry at me. Because I'm telling you what's to come. And now you mad. Because I don't sound like a 501c3 preacher. So you angry with me. I'm not going to stop. And I don't care who you are. Don't get caught. If you want, it's coming out. Don't get anybody that hand you something. Don't be so quick to take it. You should have, before you come out, you should have a spiritual awakening. And if you do not have that, don't try to come out. Because these people out here would devour you. Because they care nothing about you. You can't use that mouthpiece no more and talk eloquent. You can't do that. But you gotta come with substance. And they gotta feel it. And once it hit their bones, they know you real and they know when you fake. That's why a lot of people that was out there back in the day cannot do nothing now. Because they know your fakeness.
Woo!
I'm standing firm on what I believe.
Tell it, sister.
I don't give a damn about no big ass mansion, no expensive ass car. I'll get that when it's time. And I don't even desire to have a mansion. I don't even desire it. The fuck I need 20 damn rooms for. And you in that one room and it's furnished out, but your mind is empty, miserable. Lay up there with all your jewels on, you ain't got nothing to offer nobody. Then you sit up here, you put so much shit in your house because they done gave you all this money. You put so much shit in there, trying to take away that emptiness, and it's still fucking there because that's not how you get happiness. Happiness has to come within. You have to clean up you before you get happiness.
Woo!
Then when materialistic shit is
preaching.
added, then it'll make you feel good. Because you know you didn't have to sell out to get it. And you constantly got to go buy gold and diamonds. And you know diamonds is worthless. But they come over here because they know that we're dumb. They know a lot of us is dumb and still sleep. So you go and you show off diamonds and shit. And that junk is worthless. It's nothing. How it got popular was by Queen Elizabeth. The so-called Queen Elizabeth. When she would wear them. And they advertise that. And then you went and you start spending $20 million on something that's only $100.
Think about it. This country is
have a nice day.
This country is right on the gold standard and silver, not diamonds. You know what I'm saying? So that's just a small bit of truth out there that shows where we're headed, bro.
Right.
She said we were no nonsense people. If we lost the war, we'd be executed. You know what I'm saying?
She opened up with that one too, right? God.
Yeah. So the spirit is deep, man. It's real. It's real in the physio, man. You know what I'm saying? Talk about manifest destiny. We manifest in reality out here. You know what I'm saying? And the reality of it is they lie to you on every level of existence. And now it's time for us to gain back that truth. Because the truth always prevails, right, James? And also, it'll set you free, you know what I'm saying? So don't get caught up in no bullshit. Keep it real. Like you're under oath, you know what I'm saying? Because they swore an oath to mess you up, you know what I'm saying? And to like tear you down, you know, for the fact of preserving their bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And that's not the way it's supposed to go at all. That ain't the laws of nature. You know? You need a real balance out here. Structure. Order. We always live for a common goal, you know? There's prosperity and add value to each other's lives.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, just give me 2 seconds real quick, fam.
Yeah, do your thing.
Give me 2 seconds. Look what James said right here. Like in the Bible, they took the feminine role out of it. If you look at the characters of the Holy Spirit, feminine, in my opinion.
Yeah, man. Right.
Yeah, man. I believe that right there, man. Because what is a female? She's a nurturer. What is nurturing? It's nature. You know what I'm saying? So the Holy Spirit is nature. You know? That's why we call her Mother Nature. Yeah. Yeah, man. What do you think about that, Witch?
I mean, sister, homegirl, what's her name? Anyway, she got a real strong spirit on her. Real, you could always tell by the way you are.
I can't hear you, man. I can't hear you, fam. Say that again?
Now, what I'm saying is real. Hey. And what kind of spirit that God is like in you time.
You're still muffled. You're still muffled, player.
I'm serious right now. You.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah.
Do that again.
So basically, I agree with what you were saying. You know, and I would tell by somebody's walking talk. So for all the young brothers and sisters out there, you know, if you got that, you know, that urge in you, that feeling in you, it's not for no reason. You know, the world might want to dumb it down, but you got to you got to find a way to make sure that they don't dumb it down. You know, parents don't even realize it. A lot of their children's are kings and queens with that energy, but they try to dumb it down, and you know they don't know how to properly use that energy. They're gonna But anyways, fact of the matter is, the homegirl, she was on point with what she was saying. I agree with her 100%. And you know, we definitely got to take our place in the ranks.
Can you dig it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the fact of the matter. You know, we all got something a little bit of truth to sprinkle in to reach the ultimate truth. You know, and it's stuff like this that they're afraid of. You know what I'm talking about? It's stuff like this they're afraid of. You know. So once we come together for the better, we'll see that there was always a divide and conquer tactic since day one. But you can't divide a people that are one. You know what I'm saying? You have to tell lies and spew innuendo and falsehoods, you know, and make people believe that something that they're not. Wouldn't that be the easiest way to control them? So let's be real, man. Let's take it to heart, man. We weren't out here to just let it slip by, man. And this is the conversation these two could have had if you would have got Kanye on his show, but he chose to skip over that fact. And then everything spiraled into something else. And now he had to come back and say something about the whole Jerry Jones situation. So, you know, you could run from the truth, but the truth always rears its head. You know what I'm saying? It always circles its wagons. So don't try to like act like, oh, I ain't got to say nothing, or nah, you got to say something. Speak up, man. You know what I'm saying? Abraham Lincoln's head is the only head that is faced towards the other direction on the coin. Damn, dog. Y'all didn't know that? I didn't know that. That's some good knowledge right there. You know what I'm saying? So, on that note, your boy Mac Mizzle. And you know my slogan: keep it real in the field, forget how they feel. And when you really look at it, I always say, before you go out and do something stupid, ask yourself, what will Mac do? Because all I do is sit back, relax, and kick facts. You dig? And y'all should do the same. Because the pen, the tongue is mightier than the sword every single time. You know what I'm saying? The war is in the mind, baby. It's all about the mind. Seek and you shall find. I'm out. Peace.